Alright, got something so interesting to read. People are so predictable, it's just not even funny. Before I say that and get into this, I got the new Webbot report. Just started reading it this morning. I know there's a lot of good things in there that I definitely want to summarize and comment on for you. Those of you who don't go out and buy the Webbot report for $10. I'll give you one little hint of one little piece I just quickly searched for. Silver. Gold/silver ingots and coins missing, and the powers that be hiding behind, hiding because they're the ones the fingers are being pointed at. Sometime fixing to take place here in the near future. What do you think the price of gold and silver will do if that starts taking place? But that's all I want to say for now. Here's what I came here to say. Wall Street firm hires an Occupy Wall Street protester. That's impossible. Who would go and protest something and then go get hired by them? You know what I mean? I'd be like me, stopping, destroying my YouTube channel, shutting down, not talking to anyone else ever again, because, the Rockefeller family hired me as their personal IT guy, paying me, $300,000 a year. You know what I mean? I'm out here exposing this kind of stuff, and then, you know what? I think I'll just go work for them. At the same time, in all fairness, when you look at the sheep out there, and I'm not even talking about the people Occupy Wall Street or anything, just the average person who doesn't believe any of this, doesn't even know about it, like The Matrix, which was on last night and I watched it on TV. You're trying to wake them up and they're fighting you tooth and nail. Every turn you go to, they're fighting you. They want to stay plugged into the fake system. Okay? So you almost, in the back of your mind, want to say, man, if the powers that be ever came to me and offered me a position, man, I probably would just take it. And I'll tell you right now, I couldn't blame you if you did. But, down on her luck, Occupy Wall Street protester Tracy Postert spent 15 days washing sidewalks and making sandwiches at New York's Zuccotti Park. Then landed a dream job at a financial district investment firm thanks to a high-powered passerby who offered her work. The Upper West Sider, who has a PhD in biomedical science, specializing in pharmacology, was unemployed and had all but given up on finding work when she joined the Occupy Wall Street movement in October. She held signs that read, "Reagan sucks," and "I'll vote after the revolution." But she still needed to get a job, of course. So she made a new sign that read, "PhD biomedical scientist seeking full-time employment," and on the back, "Ask me for my resume." It caught the eye of Wayne Kaufman, chief market analyst for John Thomas Financial Brokerage. The exec was not looking to hire, but he took her resume anyway. The next day, this man, impressed by her CV, sent her an email asking if she would like to come in for an interview 2 blocks from Zuccotti Park down at 14 Wall Street. "I had been unemployed for so long, I thought, why not?" Poster said, adding that she is in her 30s and has no background in finance or business whatsoever. Kaufman offered her a job as a junior analyst evaluating medical companies as potential investments. Postert said the decision to accept was painful, but has now just completed her 3rd week as a Wall Street worker, and she is already studying for her exams to be a certified financial analyst. CEO Thomas Bellis said that he believes Postert was a great asset. Quote, "She was ranting about Wall Street, and now she's working on Wall Street. Banks are not so bad. I hope we have opened her eyes," he said. It sure is easy to take a peasant who struggles, loses their job, has a PhD, phenomenal background, can't get a job. "I have nothing else left to do. I'm just going to protest with the rest of you guys. I have nothing else left to do. I'll never get a job like I had. I'm going to protest." "Oh, hey, ma'am, how would you like to work at the location you're protesting about?" "Huh? Is this a joke?" "No, I'm serious. Coming for an interview. How much does it pay?" It doesn't say in there, but you know it pays well. Okay, done. My PhD doesn't even apply to this case anymore. Like most college graduates of any kind of, whether AA, BA, whatever, associates, the whole 9 yards, it doesn't matter. 50% plus now don't even get a job in the field that they were studying in school for. It's just ridiculous. But here is a prime example, and let me give you another example. Do you remember in 2008, as Lindsey Williams correctly predicted in 2007, we would have $150 a barrel gas? He said that in 2007. 2008 rolled around, gas prices skyrocketed right to $147 a barrel, exactly where he said it would go. And you had all this green energy coming up, and we're going to plant corn and stuff and all these different crops, mainly corn. We're going to use ethanol, and we're going to use all these biofuels for these diesel trucks because these guys are dying out there. There was a protest down in Tampa at the port where I live. There's protests all over the country, truckers striking, pulling over, not delivering, you name it. Well, unless you work for Publix or some other company who it didn't affect, they just raised the grocery prices. Sorry about your luck. Got to pay for gas. The rest of us suffer. But regular trucking people couldn't do that. So, hey, we're just going to stop and protest. Not that it did anything. One of the protests they did, we are not going back on diesel fuel. We've got these new companies we're working with now that can give us diesel fuel for like, what was it? Around $3, $3.25 a gallon. I don't remember the exact price. Don't quote me on this. But that's what we're going to do, because our diesels will run off of that biofuel, vegetable oil, basically. So, hey, great. Let's do it. And then all of a sudden, gas prices crashed to the next level where Lindsey Williams correctly said it would go. From 150, it's going down to 50 and below for the first part of 2009. Do you remember how low gas? Back down to the $2 range, way down. Do you think any of those truckers went and kept the agreements with the biofuel companies that were giving them a better discount than the raping and pillaging at the gas pump? Do you think that they went in there and said, look, I know we had a little agreement here to use you guys for $3.25 a gallon, but I can get diesel for like $2.50 now? Gas, it was just a Wall Street thing, the bubble burst and gas price on. I appreciate your concern for us truck drivers and the system. You were fighting for us, you're fighting against the system for us. We appreciate that. But man, I mean, come on, gas is $2.25, $2.50, whatever it was, right? A gallon. I can't pay $3.25 anymore, and that's the minimum you guys can accept due to the fees and costs to get that bioengineering done, to get the fuel ready to go into our truck. It costs $3.25 a gallon. Minimum is where you're at to make a profit. I respect you guys, but man, it's $2.50. I'm sorry. See ya. Human nature. And again, can you really blame the person for saving a massive amount of money? You're talking a truck driver, 4 or 5 miles to the gallon, going cross country. You know how much savings that is? What are you going to tell them? No, you're stuck with me, you have to use me? No. What would any person do? Go wherever it's cheaper. Why do most people shop at Walmart? Because Walmart has the cheapest prices. End of story. Yeah, but they're serving you the garbage in Walmart versus a normal grocery store. Even the produce is not as good as if I go to Publix. But it's cheaper. Well, then I'll go there. It's cheaper. Me, on the other hand, my wife, we're going to go to Publix. We will go to Walmart for some things. We spend most of our time and money in Publix, better quality product. So, the point of this is she did what the truck driver did, like that. We're protesting these gas prices. These damn companies are making profits hand over fist. Never had a better year in their life. Better quarter. Billions per quarter. They can afford to sell us gas cheaper. Now, what's going on here? We're protesting. All right, we're bioengineer companies. We're going to start a new company, take in all kinds of funding from people, investments, because this is a new thing to do. We're going to be the next big company. Only to find out, wrong, you never were going to have a company. You only thought you did, because the boys at the top, the club, were doing something that you didn't realize was happening. They were causing the price to rise on purpose, then cause it to crash on purpose as well. That's what they do best. Destroying your company, destroying anyone who invested in your company, who is trying to, quote, do the right thing. You like that word, how I use that all the time? Do the right thing for humanity. We're going to create biodiesel for you guys because we understand the pain you're feeling, and this is something to get these out of these greedy oil execs' hands, give us some power. Wrong. Now you're all practically bankrupted because the prices came way down at the time. For long enough, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, it was low enough to destroy them. They couldn't survive that long. Now again, of course, we're right back up into the $3-something range, and it's going to go back up, as Lindsey Williams said, when they time it right. We're going to see $4, $5, $6, and $7 a gallon gas. What do you suppose will happen then? The same truck drivers will go back out in the streets. We're protesting again. This time, this is crazy. $6, $7 a gallon. This is nuts. We're not doing that. We're not rolling. This truck is being parked. And then someone will get the bright idea again. Hey, we'll start a bio company, biodiesel. Wait a minute. Hold on. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bunch of biodiesel companies. They're gone. They started in 08 and ended in 08 or 09. They didn't even last a year. They're gone. Why? How did that happen? Because they did the same thing. They caused the prices to skyrocket, then they destroyed the market and caused the prices to plummet. The prices to plummet, thus taking all of you out in the meantime. And at the end result, wherever the price is cheaper, right? Market, that's how market works. Wherever the price is cheapest for that same type of product, that's where the people will go. So thank you for looking up for us and standing up for us, Mr. Biodiesel companies. But the oil companies who just got done raping us and pillaging us, heavy duty, for the second time, just lowered the prices again from $7 down to $5 or wherever they end up lowering it to. And the same thing will continue. That's why it's just critical we vote properly. And I had someone comment on my one of my videos from yesterday or the day before, and they said something like, well, so what happens if Ron Paul's out of the picture and let's just say the only people left is Gingrich versus Obama? I mean, then who should I vote for? My reply was, don't even waste your time going down there to vote at all. In that instance, you don't vote. This last instance with Obama versus McCain, Mr. Warmonger McCain, you kidding me? I didn't even waste an ounce of energy going down there to vote. You can't vote for two evil. If there's the devil on one side and Satan next to him, let's say they're two entities, really? Who are we going to vote for? Well, Satan's a Democrat. And the devil himself is actually a Republican. Oh, look at that. The votes are 51-49 again. Just barely, always it's just barely a winner. Man, we were that close. Our team almost won. Well, do you want to vote recount? No, I mean, it was that. No, we lost. It's okay. The whole thing's rigged. If they don't win, they're going to win anyways. So you have to let them stay in power. Let them destroy themselves because that's what evil does. That's what criminals do. They destroy themselves eventually, and then you pick up the pieces. And because they're in charge, you have no choice really but to sit back and let them destroy themselves and then pick up the pieces. So anyways, I got to get back and read this Wellbot report because I think there's some juicy details in there that I need to get up on right now. Take care.